Hello, Angela. How are you doing? First of all, I'm glad you and your son are doing better from COVID. I hope you are 100% here coming up very, very soon. I'm sending this video to explain a couple of things about the property that we discussed before, just to get you more familiar with the area and what it actually looks like, since I don't have actual pictures of the lot. So I think what I will show you will help, but well, let me start. First of all, this is the map that I sent you showing the location of the property, right? Is this red polygon? This makes the 39.86 acres. So this is it, right? Now let me zoom out a little bit because I want to point out in this map as well the dunes that you actually referred to before. This is a big patch of dunes that is just north of where this property is located. So I want you to use that as a reference for when we switch maps here. Let me go now to the county map. So this is the subject property, and as a reference, oops, let me zoom in a little bit. There you go. So this kind of patch that you see here, you can see it's kind of the same shape of the dunes here. Just different shade, I guess, the colors, different systems, the county versus Google and whatnot. But I want to use that as a reference point so you know that we are talking about the same property, okay? So this is the 39.86 acres in this map, which is the county's map. These are the dunes. I go to a map that I send you. These are the dunes, and you see the property here, okay? Now, a couple more things about this map is that this piece of land, this large piece of land, is actually state land, okay? So what that means is that you won't have any neighbors on that side of the property. So the property is here on this side, you won't have any neighbors. I mean, not that this is a densely populated area by any means. However, it's always good in my experience that to have your own property backing up to state land, just because I mean you have access to it, first of all, right? So basically you can extend or you can step off your property and into state land, and you are not trespassing anybody's property. Okay, so that's really good. And all this area, it's about 640 acres, right? And I believe these big chunks of land are also state land. And the way to tell, let me see, this one is private actually. This one is state land. So assessed owner, BLM, that's the Bureau of Land Management, right? So it's BLM land, same case as this one here, BLM land, okay? So this is the property. Now let me switch to another map because as we have discussed on the other property a couple of months ago, is that of course you don't see any paved roads by any means. And yeah, there are roads, but they will take you to a specific point, right, or a specific place. And from then on, what you have are easements to get to the property. That way, you are not trespassing anybody's property to get to yours. So in this case, I want to show you that there is, of course, this, you can see more clearly here, there's a road here, and then from here, you can get to the property just very close by, right? Now, what I will show you is this. This is a plat map showing the property, which is this, the 39.86 acres. And what you see on the dotted lines are the easements. So on the perimeter of each one of the properties around, there is a 30-foot easement, and you can see that here, 30-foot easement on the perimeter of each property, precisely to allow for access to any property without being considered as illegal trespass. Okay, so I just want to point that out. Now, so we know where the property is located. We know how to get there. We know who is your neighbor, at least on the east side. Now, I will show you what the land looks like in that area. And what I will show you are properties that have sold very close by, and you will see that in the map here shortly. So you know that the landscape looks basically, or what you should expect is for the landscape to look like this, okay? So this is a property, 35 acres, actually smaller than the one we're talking about, sold for 24,000 basically. And what you can see here, something I want to point out, you can see here how they call out that it borders BLM land, because again, that's a valuable asset to have, okay? So anyway, what I will do, here are the pictures, okay? So you can see, this is of course summertime, right? A lot of green stuff around the mountains, probably to enjoy nature, being outdoors, ATVs and whatnot, right? It's really nice. Now, let me show you the map where this property is located. And here, I want to call out, we're talking about the same property, remember, 35 acres, 24,000. And here, you can see the map. Remember, we're using this patch as a reference point, and our property is here. So this property is just south, right? So it's here. So basically, I mean, you can expect that your property will look like a lot like this one in the summertime, okay? I will show you another one. And this property sold for 12,000, 40 acres basically. And in the winter time, it looks like this. There you go, mountains, right? Some snow, of course. So a little bit more arid, of course, because of winter, right? So anyway, this is what you can expect the land to look like in the winter time, okay? Something to call out here, see how this one does not say that it borders BLM land, and how the price is different, right? Again, that BLM, being a neighbor of BLM land is a good thing. And so you know that we're talking about a property that is really close by. We will look at this map again. And remember, the patch of dunes is here, our property is here, and this one is just right here, okay? So again, we're talking about basically the same kind of scenery in that area. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to share this with you. Please let me know if any questions after you check this video. I'll be happy to help out. Thanks so much, Angela. Keep safe and feel much better every single day, you and your son. Thank you. Bye.